Okay, I'm here with Andy Zipfel from USA Today. So Andy, can you tell us a little bit about what you do at USA Today?
It's marketing and development, and what that entails is working on sponsorship opportunities, advertising, focusing on revenue, audience growth, and property development, trying to bring additional value to the company by creating events and new business lines that are micro brands within USA Today, something like our well-established Super 25 rankings of high school sports teams, and trying to turn that into additional properties such as, could there be a TV component to that? Could there be a series of events? Could we have regional breakouts? These are all new strategies for a company like USA Today that's been primarily a news organization, and now as a media entity is kind of where we're focused and change, and that's some of the transformation that I'm helping to lead within the sports business.
Okay, very nice. And is this your first SEME conference?
Yeah, it's been great. There's been a lot of great colleagues and former colleagues of mine here. John Achar spoke from ESPN. He and I worked together at ESPN in the mid-90s. And it was just great to reconnect with him. And a lot of what he talked about, the brand promises and some of the discussions that he gave to the students at large and the people in attendance, it was just really not a great passing of knowledge as opposed to the type of questions that sometimes get asked about how do I get a job. This was very informative, and I thought probably one of the best speeches that I saw so far here this week. And everyone's been generous with their time, with the young professionals coming out of this program, and thinking back to when I was in the same boat, it's really important for people to do that, to be generous like that. I know that I've had interns throughout my career that have gone on to great careers, and it just feels good if someone helped me along the way to be able to help someone back. And you know what? You learn a lot from the young people today. They know a lot more about social media and are growing up in this electronic age where people in my era, we have to relearn taking traditional media ideas and notions and applying it now to this new technology. And I think that there's actually quite a bit that can be learned from our students as much as they can probably learn from someone like me.
Yes, and you have a pretty interesting story on how you broke into the sports industry. So if you have any advice on young professionals looking to get into this business, what would it be?
Well, I think de-emphasize the idea that you're going to be in sports. I think when I first got out of college, I was working at MTV Networks, and I thought I was in the music business, and I was in the cable business. And then when I was working at ESPN, I thought that I was in the sports business, and that too was the cable industry. And then eventually, even that business morphed into ESPN started to get into online, and we had magazines. And then I realized, well, I'm not even in the cable industry; I'm in the media industry. And even if you're not in the media industry, I was doing marketing. So what if I was a traditional marketer and I was, say, working for Coca-Cola, and I knew how to market, how to take their brand and either sell product or at least relate to consumers in a way that make them believe that the brand is always very relevant. Well, that kind of skill set, working in marketing in any other business, is easily applied to sports. Sports is something you can be passionate about, but you don't have to be hung up day one on having to work in sports. Go out and go hone your craft in what it is that you think you want to do, whether it's marketing, PR, promotions, sales. Go do that, and you'll be much more marketable to a sports business once you have some of that under your belt. That's
great advice. And do you expect that you'll return for SEME 2012?
If I'm invited, there was a big tray of cookies, and I had two. We were told we were supposed to have one, so I don't know. Maybe I won't be invited back. I'm not sure, but I would like to be.
We're pretty stingy with the cookies.
I know. I mean, they were good, though. I had to have two.
Okay, well, maybe we'll get more cookies for SEME 2012. So thank you for sitting down with us.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.